I agree. Sometimes, right? But
I mean,
obviously, the 1-1. She takes those nerfs, and it's a suggestion to
like
her.
a boss. Yeah.
It's a suggestion. It's just a suggestion. Oh,
A boss move, you know?
it's a boss move. 1-1 has been a boss for so long, and I agree. I put the right amount of time to the right hero, but you could see 2 games, 2 1-1 bans, despite the nerf that I even thought was going to be pretty massive, pretty big, right? No more stun from that first ability when it comes back. It's only an immobilize. But here, you can already see, obviously, that early game-centric ban towards, from MDH towards Malvinas. The Hayabusa on the assassin, but the Gloo was left out. And okay, why is Gloo dangerous?
The skill number 1, I mean, no cooldown practically. You just
Slam,
hit it,
slam.
and then you just come to the animation, and no cooldown. So it's just semi-broken, but we'll see here. In match 1, remember, it was banned out in the first phase. Now, MDH, what are they going to answer with? It is going to be the hero that is the signature for the mid lane.
No, here's the thing, man. Like, a straight-up counter.
Yeah.
Like, Gloo, you want to split up? Sure, man, split up. Faramis is going to use the Ghost Buster and exercise the Gloo, because the Gloo is dangerous, because you keep on... It's like trying to kill someone with a spoon. It's annoying, and eventually you will die, right? You just hit him a bit, hit him a bit, hit him a bit, and I kind of feel like a lot of people are still like underestimating the damage of the Gloo. Just like you said, like you just keep on coming to his first kill, which is not the best thing that you want to do, right? But because they have the Faramis in the early stage of the game during the laning phase, it's not going to be a great time. But when it comes to the team fight, the Faramis will be smiling big.
Smiling big up until he sees the picks coming in from Malvinas, because the Lolita really does stop that momentum that the Faramis has. When you're clumped up like that, especially now with the ultimate being changed a bit, where you need to be inside of the radius of that cult altar, the Lolita is an even bigger counter towards it. Especially when you add on the Yeet with the real world inflation now, and just the utility that she has without the Ice Queen one. That's the revamp, or that's the adjustment that they made towards Yeet. Still though, you can already see from the side of MDH, they know that they can't just go for this super crazy stick clumped up team fight. They go for a Ling just to provide a little bit more of that side lane presence, maybe a split push threat.
A solid pick as well. I mean, a good target for that Ling is that Eve, which is viable, and perhaps the marksman for that second phase. But now, you can see from the side of MDH, they are trying to limit the option for Joel Crew. Beatrix has been banned out. Perhaps they might commit to another marksman for their last ban.
For now, I just want to have a brief talk about the first 3 picks for both teams. For MDH, they have a lot of single target ways to pick people off, because the Chou, very notorious with the Weight of Dragon, and the Ling, as an assassin, can solo someone out. And yes, the Ghostbusters can attack a lot of people, but using the Shadow Stampede just to pull someone out. So right now, in terms of how things are setting up, MDH, they have a clear way if they want to go for a pick-off composition. But I kind of feel like they need a way to be able to run away from a fight or get some AoE damage, because looking at Malvinas Gaming, MVG, they already have a lot of AoE. They got the Gloo that, you know, the first kill can hit multiple people, but he will single someone out with a split. But more importantly, the Lolita, whenever people are clumped up, which you want to do when you have a Faramis, is going to get punished. Same thing with the Eve. So right now, we're talking about clashing of styles. Single target pickoffs going up against AoE damage and control.
Very, very interesting indeed. But yeah, as predicted, MDH Esports will pick up a hero that might be an insurance for the late game, and that is going to be the Claude. Will enter the gold lane now. Question is, MVG, what are they going to answer with here? A good hero, a good option here for them is looking at the marksman bans. Not a lot of options, but Fredrinn will be picked up for. Oh my god, Fredrinn jungler, of course. Joel Crew will pick up the Karrie.
Wow, the Karrie up against this composition, that's
very brave.
Yeah, it's
very brave.
It's a very brave option to go for. But now with the Lapu-lapu, you can kind of understand, right? You can look at the Karrie and can actually melt down some of the frontliners here coming in from MDH.
Yeah, here's the thing, right? Looking at the composition, again, I just want to say, MDH, they can single target. They can choose their targets. I think that is a big advantage for them. So it is going to be a test of skill. If they are able to find the correct targets, then they're in a good position to win themselves the fight. When we compare to the side of Malvinas Gaming, you don't have to be too harsh on who you're targeting. As long as you can clump them together, it's going to be looking good for Malvinas Gaming. But looking at the draft, kind of a little bit towards MDH because I like this pick-off first style.
We got to see though, right, LaFell America? I mean, the 10 heroes that is going to enter the Land of Dawn has been set. You like MDH better? I gotta agree. So let's just jump into the Land of Dawn.
Let's dive in to the Land of Dawn once again for game number 2. Match number 2 of the day as well. A best of 1. Volatile. Both teams will try to top their groups with this one. High stakes. As again, we get into the mid lane. And so far in this tournament, we've seen kind of a mix, right? Just based on game 1. Obviously still very low data, but mid control doesn't always equal the win early on now.
Yeah, right now Gunnar is establishing dominance in the jungle, forcing Prince Fran use the retribution early and looking more into this composition. Dragon, he's gonna be way tankier, especially with the Vengeance. So looking at this, MDH, they really have to focus on what they're gonna do in the mid stage of the game compared to Malvinas Gaming, because I kind of feel like Malvinas Gaming, even though like they're early game centric, it's pretty good if they just want to stall it out as well.
Yeah, I mean, they have to wait level 4, right? Real world manipulation, Numenor Blast. They need level 4 to really impact the Land of Dawn. And of course, MDH, they do need time in a sense. I mean, Jogua on that lane should be more proactive, but take a look here already. Aggressive maneuver on towards Steve. Will this be the first blood? I need my help. Will not pop that flicker just yet. No first blood in the first minute.
Yeah, you know, both teams, again, just respecting each other. Not even a flicker or just a battle spell burnt out there. You can see both teams, they're just trying to play it slow. But in the XP lane, Dragon here already doing so much early on the Gloo. And Joga is going to be forced to back up. Even though they kind of traded, right? The Lapu, the King, was able to clear it out, getting a bit more pressure to set up for the Turtle. So that's the question we have to start asking now. Who's going to start it up, and where is the countermeasure from the enemy team?
For me, I would kind of say MDH should really try to force this out because Gunnar as the Chou doesn't really need the level 4 to have a lot of crowd control. So I kind of feel like if they can push the pressure a little bit earlier, it would be benefiting them. MVG, if they can fight it out, then that's the way as well.
Yeah, good rotations already from the side of both Malvinas Gaming and MDH, but it is going to be Malvinas who starts the Turtle up. The King already popping in that Bravest Spider. No ultimate for this fight as Nart tries to open up the map. Will be stunned up by Stephis. Nart looks for a play. Jumps in with the way of the Dragon, bringing Harley back, and that's going to be the Numenor Blast as well. Time the blade popped into the back, but it's going to be the Numenor Blast connecting on the 3 members. It's still Joga who finds the Retribution. Goes on to Steffe. It's a 2-for-1. Joga now still in the midst of it all. Dragon dealing so much with the split. Nart knocking him up, getting out with the shampoo as the King jumps in. Prince Fran is low. Joga's low too. They're just going at it, and it is going to be MDH who wins it in the end. A slam in the end as well to smack Joga in the face to get a trade back.
A good setup from Nart initially. Targeted the Eve, gets it, and he gets taken down early, which means MDH can force a little bit more fight. But MVG managed to find some compensation, taking down a member. And let's see, it's a reset for both, but MDH is still in the lead.
Yeah, like I like that both teams are playing towards their own advantages, right? Because MDH tried to secure the mid laner first, picking it off first is very good. But we definitely see the power when it comes to MVG just by having this Gloo. Like, oh my god, like even the lane's like, please don't run away. I haven't been meta for so long. Let's fight.
Dude, you can see the Gloo practically just carried that team fight, right? He was 1v3 and he didn't even have the Vengeance for the fight. So imagine with the Vengeance how much of a threat the Gloo is. What do you do against this man?
This is not your jungle, this is my jungle.
God, my
name is Dragon. I'm the jungle for this one.
Yeah, you can see 4 members have to come over towards the purple side as now Nart jumps in, dishing out some damage, bringing it back, but it's just a split, and he saves the Vengeance. It's all good, man.
Wow. If 4 people were there, ready to initiate, and even he's like...
And a Faramis.
Yeah, it's like, I'm going to split.
This Gloo, man, in this update, it's again a very prio hero. Let's see though, MVG, can they extract this hero? Because actually, MDH, their rotations aren't bad, right?
No.
Let's see, second turtle, who will get it?
We'll see, right? It is towards the bottom side, and as you can see right now, both teams are still trying to play around that mid control. But we're going to take a look at Joga right now, as he's actually able to dodge away from Prince Francis' taunt. Nart making a mistake there, going to be dodged away from. Need my help, or even with the Shadow Stampede. Both teams looking for it as Prince Fran and Joga wants to go for 50-50. Nart, an amazing actually kick there. It's going to be Joga who gets caught out. The turtle was actually taken away by Prince Fran as the king jumps in, dealing out some damage. Going to be able to use the Blazing Duet to clear out the mid lane. Dragon still surviving with the vengeance, still coming in with a split, and he survives the team fight. In the end, he falls to Need My Help, but it's a 2-for-1 in favor of Malvinas.
MVG with equalize here. Take a look at the gold chip already in minute number 5. MVG Joel Crew almost picking up the kill earlier, but man, oh man, what a rotation. This guy rotates from top side to help the turtle. LaFell.
I gotta say, man, I kind of feel like we just gotta focus on the EXP laners, man, because
Yeah.
the King as well as
You're
Dragon,
right.
they're asserting dominance, and MDH, this does show Need My Help on this Faramis is a very good counter towards the Gloo because he had a lot of HP, but now is trying to run away.
Oh man, not having the sprint, jumps back to the battle mirror image just for Joel Crew to pick up that kill. And now it's really shaping up to be the game that we expected, with Malvinas controlling the early game.
Take a look at the items as well here. Eve, Enchanted Talismans are quite early, but another thing that pops in the screen is the items for that Karrie, LaFell.
Yeah, honestly, I like that every single team has adjusted. Instead of focusing entirely on getting one core item, they're just kind of like splitting up, making sure that they get some passes from the item, like the Fury Hammer, as well as the Steel Lake Place, just to have extra stats on your hero so that you can actually do a lot in the early stages of the game and mitigate any kind of engagement that the enemy tries to provide.
Yeah, and right now, Nart again going in for that aggressive play. 2 times now he's been caught with that play. He wants to set it up. He wants to be the one to actually look for these proactive movements, but with the amount of mobility from Malvinas and with the stun as well provided by Steffe, he's not going to be able to do that at will. And now Malvinas, knowing that there's no roamer for MDH, they're completely controlling that top side, and they're taking the turtle right now uncontested for free.
What I love about Malvinas Gaming here is their execution is just so in sync, and they do not forget about neutral objectives like turrets and of course this turtle. They managed to find the third turtle. Let's see, MDH, they need some compensation here.
Yeah,
Goldie's building.
No, honestly, like I'm looking at this game and I'm seeing what are they waiting for, because Malvinas Gaming, look at this, the damage is so strong, and it looks like they're gonna engage onto the jungler.
Joga's gonna be caught there, but the on blast and the real world manipulation basically zones everyone away from trying to follow that play up. MDH losing Joga on a Ling now that's behind of that Fredrinn. The King using the Bravest Fighter just to clear out the waves. He's going to be punished here by a dive, and it's going to be the King who gets picked off, who jumps in looking for some more sustain. He gets up. Steffe looking for the stun, jumps in, flickers as well under the turret just to smack him up. Harley surviving with one, buddy, one.
My goodness, MVG, they are stepping on the gas here. The King needs to fall in the bot side, but take a look at this. MVG, they are looking to grab more space here, taking the tier 1 bot side, and seems like they will not get it. Still, MDH manages to defend that turret.
Right now, MVG, they're just solidifying every single lane for themselves, because MDH, it looks like they're kind of getting picked off one by one, because Gunnar tries to get information, but because the carry is there, you're going to get popped so fast. And I kind of feel like this is creating such a big problem for the side of MDH, because the Gloo is more tankier than the roamer, and when it comes to Joel Crew on this carry, he really doesn't care who's in front of him. So right now, MVG, they're getting their win condition. The King goes in, but he didn't catch anyone.
Nart going to be able to find a way to drag it onto Steffe. That's just the roamer, as that's going to be the backline, targeted by Prince Fan.
Oh, they're
now,
engaged. Real
roam ablation on top of the Faramis ult, as that's going to be the Blazing Duet popped in as well. Harley caught low. Joel Crew still free hitting with a full HP bar, he's still actually going to be able to push MDH back, but it's MDH who finds the pick.
Man, I can see why Karrie has been such a pariah today. Remember, in the first game, Karrie was also picked up by Blacklist, and now another team fight is brewing up here, Mirko.
No,
Seems
it's not
like
a team fight when there's Dragon, right?
That's
It's just,
true.
hey, he walks
He's
wherever he wants
harassing.
to
He's
go.
harassing the members of MDH. But again, the first Lord is up now. It's very, very critical situation, especially for MDH.
Nart looking for the play, gets Prince Fran right there, but there's no follow-up, as that's the real-world inflation that actually locks them down. Need my help with no cult altar. Gonna be gunned down. That's the damage coming through, and is gonna fall for the second time in this game to Crew, who's absolutely massive right now. MDH, how do they contest for the turtle or the Lord now?
Honestly, I kind of feel like they gotta slow things down a little bit because they've been, okay, even in the fight where they're all clumped up together, somehow MVG forces MDH to go left and right, never together. So far, we've seen MVG controlling the movement of MDH. You guys have to split up, and when they do split up, it's usually the damage dealers all alone, making it so that they're very vulnerable to any kind of damage coming in from MVG. So right now, MVG, they're telling MDH, you go left, you go right.
Yeah.
I'm shot calling for you.
I mean, you're right, MDH. They need to pick their battles here. They do not want to get driven by the side of MVG. MVG now, with the Lord push, is now has established a 3,000 gold lead. But take a look at this. Another purple invade, perhaps.
Nart again in the midst of it all, gonna be actually melted down there. That's Crew dealing so much. The Cult Altar just to save him as Joga gets out. Doesn't get the purple buff, however. It's still Prince Fran who wins out that retry battle. And it is getting from bad to worse from MDH, with Malvinas completely controlling the map and even claiming MDH's jungle.
Yeah, right now, honestly, man, I gotta say, this is just this second game of the day, but we can see the strength of Karrie as well as Gloo. MVG, they're sticking to their guns. They're actually trying to get one of the turrets here, but it looks like a very good defense coming in from MDH, but no, never mind. The King got caught, and the King is taking so much damage, but he still survives.
What is that damage, my guy? Oh my goodness, Crew is an absolute monster on the carry right now.
You can see here MDH already executing the split push potential that they have, because take a look at the items, take a look at the gold here. Karrie, 8,000 gold.
No golden staff yet.
No golden staff
No
yet.
golden staff
Exactly.
yet. So this is crazy.
Explain.
Okay, here's the thing, right? It looks like in terms of the players, there's two ways that you want to go with your build. Number one, quickly get your Corrosion Scythe, your Demon Hunter Sword, as well as your Golden Staff. But if you want to play a little bit more disciplined, you delay the Golden Staff just a little bit so that you get your Wind of Nature first, making it so that even if you do get engaged on, you can survive if your tank or your roamer is not there to protect you. So it looks like in this game, Malvinas Gaming, they just do not want to lose their advantage that they've already piled up against MDH. So going for the safe pick, that's good.
That's so unfortunate for Nart, man. He goes on to Harley, but the kick did not go through all the way. Still on the back line with a Blazing Duet, dealing a whole lot of damage, but Crew does more. Dragon now on to who has the sprint. is running for the hills, gets out with a Battle Mirror image, and it's a 1-for-1. Nart for Harley, which is technically worth it, but oh my god, okay, we're good. We're good.
Don't snitch, don't snitch, don't snitch. But there you go, he made it. But yeah, back to your point here, Lapel. A very intelligent item from the side of Crew. He doesn't want to. He knows he is dominated. He's dominating the game, but he has enough damage, so let's be more respectful. But now, the Lord is up. This is Enhanced Lord, so MDH, they need to figure something out.
I kind of feel like if Joga can get a way to get onto Crew, that's great. But we can see that Gunnar has been trying, and every single time he tries, he dies. It's not a good situation to be in. And hey, just got down by Dragon. Oh. What did you do, Dragon?
Dragon, look at him. He just walks up menacingly and 4 people have to back off.
Dragon is just dragging everyone all around.
Oh my, look at him. He's just walking with swag, man.
He looks like he doesn't care.
He doesn't care.
He dragged him from the mid lane all the way back to the base.
He doesn't care, man.
He doesn't care. It's a good mindset to be in when you don't have to care.
This is why you ban Gloo. I feel like in this match, in this current tournament, if you're the first pick, you should prior Gloo, and if you're the second pick, you just ban that Gloo out. Let's see here, the offense and defense for both teams seems like MDG. With this goal established already, they might take 2 base turrets if they're lucky, if MDH screws up, let's see.
The King now jumping with the Bravest Fighter.
What?
Oh my goodness, the Cold Altar isn't enough. He flickers out just to die towards Joe. Oh my god, does he have Golden Staff? Please tell me he has Golden Staff now, right?
Yeah.
Mirko, Gani, answer this riddle.
Lafelle.
What are you going to do against someone that doesn't die and someone that does too much damage?
You run.
You run. Thank you very much. I do agree. You run.
That's okay. It's good riddle.
It's a logical answer.
That's a logical answer.
Yeah.
Exactly. But let's
It's not
see.
the answer I'm looking for, but it's logical.
Okay. What's the answer you're looking for?
I'm looking for an engage by MVG.
And they are doing it right now. Need my help. Gonna be taken down. Nart now still trying to zone the other members away. Jumps in with the G Kundo, but is not gonna be able to find the way to Dragon as the King jumps in with the Bravest Fighter. But again, it's just a Cult Altar defensively. There's no counterplay right now towards what Malvinas are doing. They're even just walking into turret range of the base turret, dishing out some damage, sieging it down with no minion waves. They are absolutely controlling this game.
Looking bleak for MDH. They are now behind 6,000 gold. Oh my god, another engage.
Again, Dragon here, he just jumps in and he is going to be able to zone away with a nature pop, but that's the magic damage coming through. Joel Crew, free hitting on the back, getting the double. The King, who has the damage reduction, will not be able to survive this. That's the mid-base turret taken out without a minion. A single minion wasn't necessary for Malvinas. It's a triple kill over to Joel Crew. Joga and Need My Help now trying desperately to save the game. Dragon still able to jump in with a slam. Joel Crew targeting the base, and it's going to be Malvinas Gaming who tops their group for now. 1-0 up against MDH.
The runner-ups from Latin America managed to squeak the win here in our second match of the opening day. Congratulations, but my god, what an execution by Dragon.
They just force themselves towards victory. They just walk up and be like, if you guys want to fight, we will accept the fight, but you have to accept that you will lose. And that's the problem. It's like Gloo never dies, and Karrie believes that there's nothing that you can do to save yourself. Cult Altar doesn't exist. You got a flicker, barely matters. Barely matters.
You know, I want to believe that the Karrie had full items the entire game because that's what it looked like for the most part.
Yep.
The amount of damage that Joel Crew was able to dish out was absolutely insane. Even towards the Lapu, right? Damage reduction.
I mean, again, we saw Karrie in the first match, but I did not expect the Karrie to be this deadly. Joel Crew, what the heck, man? But again, props to MDH. I mean, you try your best, but man, that Karrie is...
I just feel like this is a draft diff, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Like, all you guys at home, if you solo rank a lot, pick this 1v9 hero, Gloo and Karrie. Pick someone that doesn't die, or pick someone that always forces death onto your opponents. Both are very good options. If you secure both, GG's, because at that game, Faramis is used to counter the Gloo. He died like, what, once?
He takes the counter and he just takes it as a suggestion, right? Vengeance, it's optional. Fairness, counter, it's a suggestion, right? I shouldn't pick Gloo up against Faramis. Nope.
At points, I kind of feel like, I have a battle spell. I forgot it's there. I mean, like, it's nice to have.
It's nice to have, I guess.
Later, perhaps.
Maybe in a later stage.
Next game.
Tomorrow.
Maybe.
Tomorrow.
Let's see. Man.
Either way, we are gonna analyze this game a little bit more, but I kind of feel like in terms of what we're gonna talk about, it's pretty obvious, right? Because this is a draft diff. And it's very interesting to see, because even if you do have the counter for the specific hero, it looks like it has been adjusted to the point where the difference in terms of what you have to answer this problem is not enough. So bring this problem to the table, forcing your opponents to find solutions for this problem. And looking at the situation, I kind of feel like one solution might not be enough. You might have to actually invest in 2 or 3 7 would be interesting, right? But I kind of feel like 2 or 3 answers to the question, and I kind of feel like that kind of puts you at a disadvantage.
Well, at least now we have some like we can explain.
Rough
right?
idea
We can
about-
explain
yeah.
about Joel Crew's damage because he actually did go full items. Oh, thank God! Because if he didn't, I don't know what to say. Right? That damage output, even without the golden staff, was super impressive. But let's talk a bit about Dragon. It's nothing nothing really stands out from his item build. It's just a standard item build.
No, he just keeps dragging everyone around because once you get the split, you can go back to your team. But I kind of want to introduce you to my own team. I want to introduce you to my carry. And if you can 1v4, 1v5, it's kind of like crazy because Gloo, in terms of how he want to itemize, is just countering what the enemy has, and then that's it. It's nothing too crazy, right?
Yeah, I mean, again, execution, great execution. But take a look at the stats here. What do you see, LaFell, regarding the numbers?
I'm actually quite surprised. I kind of thought that the damage dealt would be like way different,
landslide.
right? Yeah, but it looks like it's just like, what, around 20,000 difference. It's really not that big. And damage taken as well, I kind of thought it would favor MVG because Dragon just keeps tanking it all.
You know why?
Why?
Yeah, Prince Fran and Dragon, they tank everything. So, sure, MDH, they're very close in damage dealt, but the damage, where is it going? To the frontliners completely, because Dragon and Prince Fran just did such a good job in zoning the backline away. Even when Hehe has that battle mirror image, wants to dive to the backline, it never happens. Why? Because he's always chunked so low by the poke coming in from Harley, by Dragon and Prince Fran taunting him up, and obviously, you also have Steph who can just take everything.
Yeah, so
Honestly, like, Need My Help did a lot in the game, but it's sad it's not enough. And right now we're gonna look at the MVP for this game is going over to Joel Crew with 733 gold per minute, 62% kill participation. He did not die this game, but he got a lot of deaths for the opponent team.
I gotta say, Karrie is usually mid towards late game hero, but in the hands of Joel Crew, even in the early game, he was just popping off. Of course, assisted by the other members, but man, this guy's positioning, he is untouchable. A very, very strong showing here from the Peruvians, and man, I can't wait to see them back in
Kanye
action.
is so impatient, man. Every single thing, like, I can't wait, I can't
He just
wait.
can't wait.
I
He
can't
doesn't
wait.
want to
That's
wait.
my middle name.
That's his middle name.
Gani
Can't wait.
Dot.
Mobile Legends.
Mobile Legends.
That's her last name
That's
now.
my, okay.
Gani Mobile
I'll take
Legends.
it, I'll take it.
GML.
GML, but let's take a look at the highlights here for the second match. Let's see.
Can you wait for this one?
I can wait,
right.
but now I can't.
Yeah, I don't want to wait as well. Guys, this is the total IQ of 6 on the table. Looking at this kind of game, I kind of feel like this is the kind of draft that we would want to bring, right? Because it's one of those things that you just do what you want to do with the glue and then try to finish it off with the carry. Right? Just do whatever you can. And MDH, I kind of feel like they have a shot.
Yeah.
If Gennard waits for Need My Help and Joga and then initiate together, it could have worked out fine, but they keep on splitting. I feel like that's the problem. They tried to be Gloo. They tried to split.
You can see the miscommunication a lot in these team fights, right? Where some people are going in, but others are also backing off. It's never a single unit. It feels like it's just individuals playing without a shot caller, right?
Yeah.
It does seem that way. And you can see for Malvinas, it's the complete opposite. When they go in, there is not a single member who falls back. They all commit.
I mean, on a more serious note, it is hard for the Chou, for Gennard, to stay relevant in the game because it practically has no target. I mean, Gloo, Fredrinn, Give, when real room population pops, is immune. So, again, it's so hard for Gennard on this Chou to stay relevant. Meanwhile, you can see everything that is going on in Malvina's side is just happening.
It's kind of unfortunate because they invested in the Chou very, very early on. It was the first pick, right? It was the first pick. So usually your first pick is your primary way to play the game. Either like in terms of damage or in terms of initiation. In this kind of situation, it's control and initiation. However, it does look like it's very telegraphed.
Yeah.
Knowing when the Chou comes in is like, if you want to come, I'm going to run away.